have to have a real deep convictions before you hit that note. And most of the time people go, damn, you know, because, you know, whether it's Ry Cooder or whoever, they hit one note, every hair in your body is going to stand up. And you feel like you just made love, or you just touched God's feet, or both at the same time. You know, that's when music is really, really good. You know, and that's what I learned from Coltrane and Bob Marley and Jimi Hendrix, is that music is a complete ocean.
Music is the whole thing, man. It's an expression of the younger generation. Now, we have the power, we have the tolerance. We can go in front of a television camera, we can go on the air, and we can say with definition that Hitler was wrong, that people who hate Negroes are wrong, right? And we can get up there and shout it to the world.
When rock and roll came along, it gave power to the kids on the street, it gave them something to do, it gave them a feeling that there was something that was theirs, that was not a part of their parents' world, and was beloved because of that.
You are what you are, you make it hard. Something inside is telling me that I've got your secret.
I was hanging out with Stephen. They had thrown me out of the Byrds. And I was singing harmony with him because he had great songs. We dragged Nash off someplace and, you know, sang with him, and it was an astounding thing what he did. How do he do that? We knew what we wanted to do there.
You are mine, you are what you are. You make it hard, hard, and you make it hard.
Now, you got to understand, here's three guys that had been and had bad relationships in bands. David had been thrown out the Byrds, the Buffalo Springfield had broken up, the Hollies were less than desired by me. We didn't want to be in a band, again, ever. And we realized that we would have to be in a band because we wanted this sound, we wanted to do it, that's all we wanted to do.
What have you got to lose?
How was the festival in general? Would you consider it a success?
It was incredible.
Yeah.
It's probably the strangest thing that's ever happened in the world.
I still have my mud.
About 2 nights ago, that place up there was the second biggest city in New York.
People would begin to follow the festivals, not so much for the tunes, but to get together and create these instant cities, to do this life support, to figure out the food, the garbage, the whole deal, and to live this positive, creative anarchy that I think eventually began to terrify the powers that be.
Well, I think a good thing. I dug it. It was a good festival.
I've been to 4 festivals now, and it's about the second best one I've been to. My favorite was Kickapoo.
It was the worst drug orgy that was ever held in the United States.
This wasn't just camping out, like sportsmen do, or even outdoors enthusiasts. This was wallowing.
You bathe like this often?
No, this is the first time since I've been here.
Do you feel the festival had some motivation with the fact that you're bathing nude?
Oh, definitely. I mean, I wouldn't be bathing nude if other people were bathing nude too.
Be on my side or be on your side, baby. There is no reason for you to hide.
It's like in the spirit of the whole festival. You know, people sharing the water.
When you could be taking me for a ride. Ooh, yeah. She could drag me over the rainbow, send me away.
We had this incredibly tight harmony sound, and where was room for somebody else here?
He was just so musical and so good that we thought, well, maybe cramming 4 into a space that's only big enough for 3 will be explosive.
Neil was something else. What a piece of work he was.
Neil was sharing a room with the gerbil.
Actually, 2 Bush babies, but
there you go.
He was, Harriet and Speedy, in a Caravan Lodge motel in San Francisco.
You'd walk in the door and these things would ricochet past your face.
They go, don't let him out, don't let him out! I'm not kidding.
They're
not kidding.
Insane.
Harriet and Speedy, the Bush babies. Of course, Neil is the guy that ended up with 300 chickens in his basement because he'd been given a present of 2 chickens and couldn't kill them.
Neil has had an incredible career, you know, the godfather of grunge, you know, and all that, whatever they're calling him now.
I was into the rock and roll and the whole hippie concept. To me, it ended with Woodstock. And a lot of people thought it was just beginning. But my interpretation was, you're going to have some jive in it. So it used to be share this, share that. That had its own kind of protection, you know, because it was all done, weird as it sounds, out of love, whatever they was doing.
There was a moment there where there was a vision. There was a very clear, wonderful vision see, it had to do with everybody acting in good faith. It had to do with everybody behaving right.
Okay, everybody knows there's something funny going on.
Yeah, your money in your pocket!
Oh, tell them I'll make more money, you prick! Turn it up!
Man, you got your money? Come on, let them in! You're in a revolution, man, let them in!
The question of kids now wanting everything to be free is very hard to handle because it's hard to talk to those kids.
Even you?
What?
Even you?
Even me, hard to talk to them, of course. Because to them, I represent, among other things, somebody who has money, and that makes them angry.
The Isle of Wight Festival was the Hate the Performer Festival. It was bigger than Woodstock, and it was international. It was surrounded by a galvanized fence, which went all the way around. The audience was rough and unruly, and they booed and hissed and yelled, "You sold out. The music belongs to the people. Let's bring the walls down." We're sitting here in our own shit, and you're back there in your Rolls Royce.
None of this capitalist shit! Open this door!
The music isn't revolutionary at all. You know, it's called big business. It's a big business trip, that's all.
And if you come to this country at our invitation, and we have to charge you through no choice of our own, £3, right? If you don't want to pay it, don't fucking well come.
Listen a minute, will you? Will you listen a minute? Now listen. A lot of people who get up here and sing, I know it's fun, you know, it's a lot of fun. It's fun for me. I get my feelings off through my music. But listen, you got your life wrapped up in it, and it's very difficult to come out here and lay something down when people... I think that you're acting like tourists, man. Give us some respect.
Paradise, put up a parking lot with a pink hotel, a boutique and a swinging hot spot. Don't it always seem to go? You don't know what you've got till it's gone. They pay paradise, put up a parking.
I believe this is my festival. If I'd been allowed to go on stage, we might have discovered that I was one of the most coherent people around here. Coming to talk to an old friend of mine, Joni Mitchell.
Wait a second, please.
We are stardust.
With the festival.
We are
I'm only taking pictures.
Got to get ourselves back into the garden.